So although it has been a long time coming for these races, not only the F1 cars but also the races to come out, they are finally here, and I believe that Rockstar have delivered. Now, I will not be covering the races in particular. I won't be covering them in this video. That'll be most probably a video later on today going into more detail. Probably also letting me have a couple races and then give you guys some tips on how to, best tyres, the better car, and all of that other good stuff. But for now, we're just going to be concentrating on what has happened this week, or what is going to happen this week, other than the races, because that's an entirely different video. And if I did, then this video would be about twice as long, although it's already 10 minutes, but whatever, there's a lot to talk about this week. But starting us off, we obviously have the two new F1 cars. Now, the Podium PR4 isn't technically new, because we've had it for over a week now. You just could get it for free off the Podium Vehicle. I luckily did, so I won't be spending $3.5 million. But I also won't be spending $3.1 million on the other car, because it has been shown that the PR4 is actually better than the other car. I completely forget the name. There you go. Ocelot R88. It has been proven by modders and people that have spawned in before these were even available to everyone else that the PR4 would have been better. And if it ever came to the Podium Vehicle, people were assuming that it was going to be the R88 that came out. But it wasn't. They gave us the better version. And just looking at the stats, you can see that the only thing worse is braking. As far as I'm aware, braking is a little bit better on the PR4, and traction is a little bit better on the PR4. If you look on the R88, traction, the bar is a little bit below the full, whereas the PR4, the bar is completely maxed out. Now, going on to the similarities between them and why you probably shouldn't buy this one for $3.1 million. If you didn't win the car, then unfortunately you are going to have to fork out $3.5 million if you are going to want one of these custom cars. And it isn't cheap to have one of these cars. Also, it gets damaged quite quickly, so it would be good practice if you did have it in free roam. But if you are struggling for cash, but you still enjoy F1 cars, I would probably say not to buy this car, not just yet. Save up a little bit. I just did a guide to get money. You can go watch that in the top right hand corner now. But moving on from the new F1 cars, we have obviously the F1 car races. Now, obviously, I'll be covering this part where it's double money, because, like always, all races are double money when they come out. But now, one thing I will have to say is it's a bit weird that they're in races, and then you have to go to the normal races, like the normal street races that everyone used to do on last gen, and a little bit before stunts came out. And then, ever since stunts came out, all these races just haven't been touched. Even a couple weeks ago, I'm pretty sure some selected races were double money, and fuck all people did them. Like, no one did them. But just in case they are in races, I believe it's just because they're on the ground, but that's really it. That's all the guesses I can do. They're not high up in the sky like the stunt races are. But going on to the property discounts, we have two property discounts this week. It is going to be on all hangars and also all renovations. For the hangars, I believe the renovations are 40% off, 35 to 40% off, and we also have the bunkers on offer. Now, if you do not have your hands on a bunker yet, I highly suggest getting one of these. Hangars are probably not worth it, especially if you're solo. If you're a group team that earns money, maybe, because it takes a couple hours to fill up, but solo, the hangars are probably going to take you about 12 hours to fill up. There'll be a video and all that soon about all the different individual businesses, and if you are interested in that, just make sure you are subscribed, combining all the businesses just to see which ones are the better ones, what are the worst ones, and why you shouldn't buy certain ones. But with all that said, if you are solo, buy the bunker. If you're a team, you can decide between the bunker and the hangar, but I'd probably still say buy the bunker first. But now going on for the discounts of the vehicles, there are none, surprisingly. I was very surprised when I saw this, but there are no discounts on any supercars at all. And it's a racing week again, basically. And there's also no discounts on Southern San Andreas. And it's a bit weird because there's a brand new race. So you'd at least think they'd try and drag in the other races by just putting some cars off on discount. Even 30%. that'd probably still get them some shark card sales. But where the real money is obviously Warstock Cash and Carry. And there is so much on this website to cover that this is the longest segment of the video, because there's just so many vehicles to cover. I haven't counted, but there's well over 10 individual vehicles or planes to cover. 10, 15 on just this one website. So, starting us off, we have the Invade and Persuade. Fucking hell, I can't fucking speak English. But if you were not lucky enough to log in on Christmas Day and get this for free, it is on offer for you guys right now for just a little discount off the tank. If you are interested in the best gun for the tank, there is a video in the top right hand corner which I've just shown now. But scrolling down the list, we have the Thresher and the RCV. The reason I'm combining these two together is because I believe both of them are quite shit. The RCV only having, obviously, the water on the roof of it, like a fire engine, and the Thresher, in my opinion, is basically a Buzzard, just minimized. It's nimble and quick like the Buzzard, it can dodge missiles like the Buzzard, and the missiles on it are the exact same as the Buzzard. So to me, it's just a minuscule Buzzard. But going down the list now, for better vehicles, we got the Akula and the Volatile. Again, if you're a team player, get the Volatile, because you can have some quite good fun. You can have up to 3 cannons, I believe, on it. So you can have some quite good fun on there. And then the Akula, it is extremely helpful for doing crate missions. If only they gave this offer last week, I would have definitely advised people to buy it, because with crates, you can go off the radar with crates with it. But down below a little bit more, the F1 Hunter is a strong competitor to the Akula, just because they're so similar in different ways. Yeah, well done. The Akula, though, can go off the radar, and the F1 Hunter can't. So in my opinion, the Akula is way better than it. And even if you buy both of them, you're saving yourself over $1 million on both aircrafts, which is a very nice, just little investment for something else. The next vehicle is going to be the Tula, where it has a VTOL capability. Basically, the propellers can go up and down, so it can take off like a helicopter, or take off like a plane, and land like a plane, and land like a helicopter. You can have some good fun with this, having up to 5 people in this. 1 pilot, 1 passenger, 2 people on the side, and then 1 in the back of the NG. Going down the list again, if you have more than 1 person driving this, the APC, you will be a killing machine, because the cannon on the roof can be operated by a second person while the vehicle is in motion. If there is only 1 person driving it, you have to be stopped, and then I believe it's hold right on the D-pad to then enter the cannon mode, so it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. But now going down to the final 2 vehicles, it's going to be both cargo bobs that are on offer, which is quite a good deal at the moment, because the original cargo bob is only $1 million, which you can easily make your money back if you combine it with the solo business, as I like to say, the import and export business. Now, these are not on offer right now, but you can pick one up for reasonable pricing. I've made millions off it. As you can see, my vehicle warehouse is worth 1.6 million at the moment, and that's just because it's full of cars. Now, you can make your money back, because this is the only mission where cargo bobs can pick up the vehicles, so instead of driving it, you can just fly and pick it up. So that's why the cargo bob is a decent investment. But now, getting on to the end of the video, we're going to go to the Podium Vehicle, which is a nice, fun little dune buggy. Now, in my review, I said that this wasn't too good for handling, but if you can get it for free, then it's just even better. As you can see here, it's 1.6 to 2.2 million, which is very expensive for a buggy, especially when it can't really perform well. But it is quite fun to drive and go off-road, and I have done it in the past after I made that video, and it is quite fun to just go up the mountains and just have fun and play around in. But with all that said and now done, welcome to the longest episode I have ever made of these weekly videos. Sorry if it's a little bit longer, there was just so much to cover this week with all the Warstock Cash and Carry vehicles and the new F1 cars. Again, I'd like to remind you that there are plenty of videos to go watch on my channel. There's some of the cards, and there'll be some at the end of the video if you stick around for them. But also, there are plenty more just waiting about on the channel. Again, later on today, I will be uploading a review/guide on the F1 car races, so if you are interested in that, then please do drop a subscription so you can be there as soon as I upload the video, or wait around and just come back a couple hours later and see if I've uploaded it, and then maybe subscribe, you know, just please. But anyways, if you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, all that shit I always beg for in every single video. Go check out some others, there are plenty more on the channel, and I'll see you guys over there.